Season 1 of Arcane introduces the sisters Violet and Powder, orphaned after their parents died in a failed rebellion waged by the oppressed people of Zaun against the utopian Piltover. The leader of the Zaun rebellion, Vander, feels guilty over leaving the girls as orphans and takes them in as his own daughters. Years later, Vi and Powder live with Vander and their adoptive brothers Mylo and Claggor. The four siblings sneak into the luxurious Piltover penthouse of a scientist named Jayce Talis to rob him, where Powder finds a cache of hex crystals, accidentally causing one of them to explode and forcing the group to flee. While traveling back to Zaun, the group are confronted by the antagonistic Deckard and his group of thugs, who attack the group to steal the loot for themselves. As the older siblings fight the thugs and Powder flees, she loses all of their valuables except for the mysterious crystals. Upon arriving home, Mylo and Claggor bemoan that Powder is a Jinx who ruins every heist they take part in, though Vi assures her sister that she will one day earn their respect. The siblings' target, Jayce Talis, is a student at Piltover's academy, studying the hex crystals in secret. Jayce was saved by arcane magic as a child and believes his research into the crystals could lead to the next step in Piltover's evolution. Unfortunately, his research is forbidden and he is expelled from the academy in order to destroy his research. He finds an ally in the sickly Viktor, the assistant of the academy's head, Professor Heimerdinger, and counselor Mel Medarda, who encourages his continued research in secret. Together they create Hex Tech, a new arcane technology. Back in Zaun, Deckard is working for the crime lord Silco, who alongside the mad scientist Singed is developing a serum known as Shimmer, which can greatly increase the physical power of whoever ingests it. Silco tricks Deckard into ingesting Shimmer, making him the first human experiment. They send their new superpowered soldier to capture Vander, and Deckard finds the man and his children being questioned by enforcers from Piltover over the robbery. Deckard kills the enforcers, sparing the life of one, Marcus, before bringing Vander to Silco. Vi, Claggor, and Mylo race to save him, leaving behind Powder due to her past screw-ups. Wanting to do her part in saving her family, Powder races to Silco's hideout and uses the explosive hex crystals against the crime lord's thugs, accidentally killing her brothers Claggor and Mylo in the process. Amidst the chaos, Vander manages to ingest Shimmer, allowing him to kill Deckard and save Vi, before succumbing to his own injuries. In the aftermath, a devastated Vi tells Powder that she truly is a Jinx and abandons her. Silco comes to Powder's aid, offering to help her show the world her true power. Feeling guilty and wanting to protect her sister from Silco, Vi tries to return to reconcile with Powder, but is unfortunately arrested by Marcus. Several years later, Hextech has grown in power and stature, earning the influential Jayce a seat on Piltover's council. He and Viktor have developed a fortified, less volatile Hextech gemstone that could allow the crystals to be used by anyone, but there are still years of fine-tuning needed before they are ready for mass production. Jayce and Mel begin a romance as they work closer together on the council, while Viktor becomes desperate to stabilize the crystals in the hopes of curing his deteriorating health. As Jayce and Viktor's research becomes more dangerous and reckless, Jayce has Heimerdinger removed from office for interfering with their research. They then bring in the mad scientist Singed to help further their research and complete their latest experiment, known as Hex Core. Powder now officially goes by the name Jinx and acts as a loyal henchman to her new surrogate father Silco, smuggling Shimmer into Piltover. Wanting to prove her true worth, Jinx once again robs Jayce, this time stealing the fortified crystals and delivering the crystals to Silco to earn his respect. Looking into Jinx's recent string of crimes, the enforcer Caitlyn helps get Vi released from prison so she can assist in navigating Zaun and bringing down Silco once and for all. One of Silco's newest loyal allies is Marcus, who is now sheriff thanks to Silco's machinations. Marcus helps officially pin Jinx's newest heist and explosive escape on the Firelights, a vigilante group trying to liberate Zaun from the villainous Silco. Just as Caitlyn and Vi find and reunite with Jinx, the Firelights intervene, capturing Caitlyn and Vi before the long-lost sisters can fully reunite. With the citizens of Piltover worried that the supposed Firelights attack is the first act of a new rebellious war, Jayce enforces a blockade between Piltover and Zaun. This only further turns the citizens of Piltover and Zaun against each other, leading to violence on the city's border. Singed gives Viktor a modified version of Shimmer in an effort to heal him. Although Viktor is healed, his experiments lead to the death of his childhood friend Sky, prompting him to reckon with his his recklessness and insists to Jayce that the hex core be destroyed. The Firelight's leader reveals himself to be Echo, a childhood friend of Vi and Jinx, who warns Vi that the powder she remembers is dead, and only the villainous Jinx remains. Caitlyn, Vi, and the Firelights agree to return the stolen Hextech gemstone to Piltover as a peace offering to end the increasing levels of violence. As they make their journey, they are attacked by Marcus, his enforcers, and Jinx herself. Jinx's attack is directed toward everyone, killing Marcus and his enforcers, before turning her attention to Caitlyn, believing she has turned Vi against her. As Vi and Caitlyn flee, Echo confronts Jinx to give them time to escape. That fight results in a stalemate, with both former friends seriously injured, though Jinx manages to steal back the Hex gemstone. After being removed from Piltover's council, Heimerdinger arrives in Zaun offering his assistance in the escalating war between the two cities. Meanwhile, Vi decides to reluctantly team up with Jayce to use his new superpowered Hex weapons against Silco and his army of Shimmer-enhanced soldiers. During a brutal battle, Jayce accidentally kills an innocent child, forcing him to confront the tragedy and casualties both cities would endure if the war escalated any further. And so he proposes to the Piltover Council that they make peace with Zaun, even offering the Undercity its long-desired independence in exchange for Silco turning over his own surrogate daughter Jinx. Unfortunately, as this council meeting takes place, Jinx captures Vi, Caitlyn, and Silco, bringing them all to a final confrontation. Vi insists that she has always loved her sister and wishes for her to be Powder once again. Silco insists that he has always been loyal to her, even more than her actual family. Silco then breaks free of his binds and tries to kill Vi, causing Jinx to spontaneously react to save her sister and mortally wound her surrogate father. As Silco dies in Jinx's arms, he reaffirms his love and devotion for her. Vi tries to comfort her sister, but Jinx declares that Powder is dead, and their bond as sisters is forever broken. As the season comes to a close, Vi and Caitlyn watch in horror as Jinx uses the fortified Hex Crystal to launch a rocket directly at the Piltover Council meeting, where the successful vote for a peace treaty is interrupted by a devastating explosion.